Let's see. And hello. I am pre-recording today. Why? Because I got a lot of stuff going on and I will not be available at my normal time to go live at 12 noon today. So let's get started. Hello, everyone. I am Yolanda and I am locating cozy, and this is a broad chat. And thank you guys for coming and checking me out and hanging out with me, even in this pre-recorded vlog. But I had some things I had to share today, and it's just been really, really crazy and exciting with everything that's going on. And so I made the executive decision, because it's my channel, to actually just go ahead and upload a video today. But I am going to say this: I am not going to do any edits. So we're going to treat this like it was live, and whatever happens, happens. So wish me luck. Okay. We'll see. So again, I am Yolanda, and I am locating cozy, and I am locating my cozy in Zaragoza, Spain. Yes, because I moved here back in April of this year. And yeah, I'm just kind of taking it. I was finally approved for my visa. So I'm just taking it day by day and embracing this new experience. And yeah, it's still new to me, believe it or not. Yeah, this is still really, really freaking new to me. And sometimes I'll literally just kind of wake up and, get up or look out my window in the morning as I'm rolling over in bed. And I'm like, I am really, really here. And yeah, it's overwhelming. I get kind of emotional sometimes about that. So yeah, shit got real. Okay. So before we get started, let me go ahead and post the little things that I like to share. And one thing is, please do make sure that you like and that you subscribe and that you hit the thumbs up so that I will know that you like me. And also you will know when I actually upload a vlog, pre-recorded, or whenever I go live. So you'll get notified when this comes up right here, right here. Okay. So I also wanted to let you know what's going on in my world. So yes, what is going on in my world? A whole freaking lot, a whole bunch of great things. One is I just celebrated my birthday here, my first birthday in Spain. So that was really great. I had a really nice time. I wasn't, my daughter had asked me, she was like, well, what do you want to do? It's your first birthday in Spain. And I was like, I don't want to do anything big. And for, I guess, all intents and purposes, I didn't do, who am I kidding? I did big. It was just really great because I did like 4 days of just, 4 days from my birthday. From Thursday, my daughter and a friend, one of my new friends that I met here, she's from Prague, we went out for dinner. And then on Thursday, one of the Facebook groups that I belong to, Girl Gone International, and the Zaragoza chapter, we went out for game night. And that was really cool because they brought the bar that we went to had games that you can like ask, like behind the bar that you can get, or you can bring your own games. And so you can have, you can have your drinks or whatever and, play the games. So here's where there's a loss in translation. One of the games, the game that we ended up playing, it was me and like 6 other women that we started playing, was a game called Exploding Kitty. It's called Exploding Kitty. And I'm sure maybe in the Spanish translation, or maybe it's like, it doesn't seem so harsh, but when I heard it, I was like, and it was myself and another lady that was from Ireland, and we were sitting next to each other, and they were like, we're going to play Exploding Kitty. And I was like, we were both kind of this look on the face like, oh, okay, I guess, sure. And so it was a cool little game. It was different. We had to understand the rules of the game, and I'm not going to go into all that right now, but because I still don't quite understand it. But some of the cards, you have these cards, and yeah, the cards were, again, the translation to English because it was the cards and everything were in English, but I'm pretty sure in Spanish, they probably would not have come across so harsh. So if you ever have a chance, just check out, I was going to say, go check out the game Exploding Kitty, but I don't want you to accidentally bring up any porn. Okay. So Yeah, never mind. But that was fun. And then, no, that was Friday because my birthday was Thursday. So then Friday we went and we had the game night, which was great. And then Saturday, same group, they had like a brunch at this restaurant that was right down the street from me. So that was really cool. So I found a place that I actually will definitely go back to. But it had some really good octopus. Yes, I said octopus. It's called pulpa here. Pulpa. Pulpo, excuse me. Pulpo. That's what it's called. That's how you say it in Spanish, but it's octopus. And I love octopus. And this one, um, it was just really good. And I was like, oh, I have to come back here. Most definitely. It was just delicious. So I actually discovered octopus, not yes, octopus. My daughter, back when she was living in the state years ago, had made it one time, and I was like, "Oh, this is good." It was, yeah, it was really good. But now here in Spain and in Portugal, excuse me, here in Portugal, it's really like a main staple to have octopus everywhere at every restaurant. Period. So, anyways, that was fun. And then that evening, I went with my daughter. She got us tickets to go see Chicago, the musical. And that was really, really cool because I didn't realize my daughter had never seen the movie or, the live musical, the Broadway musical. I've never seen it either. But she had never seen the movie from, I think, what is it, 2003 with Richard Gere, Renee Zellweger, and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, she had never seen that. And so, but the musical here, of course, was in Spanish. So they had the performances. The performers were really great. Really enjoyed it. Again, my daughter, she had never seen it before, so she was really impressed. But she understood what they were saying as far as the lines because it was in Spanish. But when it came down to the music, I was like on top of it, and I was kind of bopping my head. It's funny because the only they had the lady that played Mama, which in the movie was Queen Latifah's character, and I did do some kind of comparison. I'm like, she's not hitting it like Queen Latifah did. Yeah, it's whatever. It was wonderful, and I can't wait to go to another player musical. Actually, musical is going to work better. I don't know what that was. Anyways, I can't wait to go to another musical here in town, so I'm excited about that. They had one. They had was it Aretha Franklin or Tina Turner review a few months ago, and it was leaving as I was like realizing that what was going on, but I would have loved that too. So, anyways, yes, there's things happening here in Spain, in Zaragoza, and there's fun things to do and get out. One of the other things that's going on in my world right now is, or in the world of Zaragoza, is Festival Pilar. So I actually messed up because I thought that it was starting this weekend, but it started last weekend. And let me tell you, I wish I could, I'm not going to bring up the footage. So when we left the musical on Saturday, we walked probably like a good mile. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and we walked almost a mile to the nearest tram, which was at the end of the line on the north side. And it was pretty empty because we were at the end of the line on the north side of town. But as we were getting closer to the Ebro River, almost midnight, it was about midnight, the party was just kicking off because last weekend was the actual kickoff. I thought it was coming up this weekend. Last weekend was the kickoff for Festival Pilar, and it was madness. We got to just past the Ebro River, and I look to my right, and you see like the street is just packed. It's just absolutely packed at midnight. And everybody was getting on. All of a sudden, like we were like, oh, it's not so bad here on the tram. And then all of a sudden, everybody got on the tram, and it was like little sardines. It was horrible, just packed in there. And yeah, because people were headed to, there was the big party, street party on the north side, but down on the south side, the south end of Zaragoza was the carnival. And so people were going there. And so it was just packed. I actually got off the tram 3 stops before my stop because I was like, if I don't get up and start moving towards that door, the exit door now, I may end up not being able to get off because I could have been standing by the door, but because so many people were getting on, they want you to move back, right? So anyways, Yes, Festival Pilar is going on, and that's part of the reason why I'm not doing a live today because we're going. I have another fellow Exodus Summit chick, another woman of color that's here visiting. She said she was coming through Zaragoza to see me, so we hung out last night, and then we're going to this evening to go see the giant heads. I don't know. It's somewhere in the park. I'll take footage and I'll post it on my Instagram. So you need to follow me on Instagram, Locating Cozy, so you can see as I post more stuff. I'm going to get better at that. I'm going to get better at posting on Instagram. It ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm like, yes, let's share everything. And then other times I'm like, girl, I'll get to it later. I'll check it out later. But I am going to be posting because it's so cool to be here. One, to be here during Polaris when it's complete madness, awesome madness, don't get me wrong, but complete madness, but also to be able to share this with other people that are coming to visit. I have some family that's going to be coming in, some extended family that's going to be arriving tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to seeing them. So we're going to be out and, going to the market tomorrow. So yes, yay, I'm excited. But yes, yeah, the Festival Pilar is going on all this week, and they have like back to back. Like I couldn't even understand the program schedule. So my daughter had to send me another one because I was looking and I was just like, this isn't making sense. Anyway, she finally sent me a program schedule so I can really understand there's stuff going on all day long for the entire week. And so I'm going to take some footage and just show it off. And I hope you guys like it when I do post. Okay. What else is going on? Ooh. Exodus Summit 2024 starts on Friday. Are you going to be part of the Exodus Summit? Okay, y'all. So if you don't know, go back and go to I have some links in in the description of different playlists, and one of them, and if you know my story, you know that I left that job back in 2022 because they didn't really seem to care about my health and my well-being. And I made some drastic decisions in my life to feel better, just to feel better and to be better with myself. And by accident, when I started looking into this journey, I came across these women of color, these Black women that were talking about they were doing something that I only been thinking about. And so from them, I learned about Exodus Summit, and basically knowing that I didn't have to reinvent the wheel or figure everything out on my own. I was with the information and with this group of Black women supporting each other. It was just an aha moment where I got some clarity, and I heard about this summit coming up in 2022. And I was just like, I got a ticket right away. And from there, I got some valuable information that helped me transition, even though I didn't know I was about to do it, to transition out of my current job. And then last year when I attended, it helped me as far as planning my finances in a way where I didn't have to work as much. And so I'm forever thankful. And so now I definitely share that with other women of color or people in general, but really women of color, Black women. Yes, I'm a Black woman. I'm supporting Black women. And I want to share. So I share my journey. I always invite, especially Black women traveling abroad, stop by Zaragoza. If I can meet up with you, I really do want to. So now Exodus Summit 2024 starts Friday, and I have already gotten my ticket. I wasn't going to attend because I was like, well, you've already moved to Spain. You already have, the type of job or employment that you want, or, your funds are good. So you really don't need to attend. And I was like, girl, I get something new every year. I get something new that I didn't even know I needed to know about. So therefore, I decided that I am going to be attending Exodus Summit, and I got my all access ticket. So my reservation is all access. I did not just want to do the weekend. So anyways, with that, I'm excited because there's some things on the schedule. There's, it's 4 days of knowledge and insight, but I'm looking forward to a couple of different talks or guest speakers. And what's funny is two of them, I'm like, well, they really don't have too much to do with me, but I want to know. I just want to know. I find it very, very interesting. So one of the speakers, oh, you know what? As I'm saying this, let me make sure I'm giving you the information, because who's going to be speaking that I want to hear from? And everybody, there's so much information. You will find what you need, maybe what you didn't even know you needed. But it's such a diverse amount of information that whatever your concern is, as far as maybe you want to leave the country and you want to move someplace else, but you have things that are concerning you, that you're like, well, maybe I can't do it because of this. Well, one of them is schooling kids abroad. Your kids, if you are a parent and you have kids that are, of a certain age, they're not grown and gone. Zoe Smith, Cassandra Freeman, and Janetta Lawal, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, they are going to be having a whole presentation and discussion panel about schooling kids abroad. So for people that are like, well, I can't leave because my kids are still in school, there's options. There are options. My kids are grown, but I still want to go and attend this one to really just get some insight and see, you know, what's see what the options are. One, because even though my kids are grown, I do speak to a lot of women that from all ranges of life that might have kids, and I want to be able to share the knowledge that's imparted that Zoe, Cassandra, and Janita are sharing, so that I can pass that information on to let women know that, or parents know that they do have options. So that's one that I'm going to definitely be attending, that speaking engagement. And then the other one, I'm also definitely going to be attending the healthcare abroad. Again, I'm already out of the country. I have getting the healthcare and everything. I have that all in place for me. But my dear friend, Danica Davis, Cook Davis, is going to be speaking on that, and I'm really excited to see her do a presentation. She just shares so much with everybody, and she gives so much to help other women in community. And so I definitely want to be there to support her and also get some knowledge on, because I'm here, but I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I've been approved for a certain amount of time, don't get me wrong, but if I want to actually still seek options, yes, I want to get as much information as possible so I'll know which way to look, in case, in a year I might be like, Spain ain't working. I think I want to go. I don't see that happening. But I want to get the information to keep my options open and to be as well informed as possible. I was about to talk about something else on this vlog, but I think I'm going to go ahead and stay focused on this today. Yeah, I think I am. You know what? And it's my vlog, it's my channel, so I can switch it up. Hey, okay. So, and the reason why is because it is important. It is important that this Exodus Summit has given me this community where women are just about cheering you on wherever you decide, whatever you decide that you want to do to make yourself happy, to bring the joy into your life even more. That is what Exodus Summit is for. That's what this 4-day event that's starting on this Friday, that's what it's for. It's to give you the insight if you want to, well, for this year's theme, this year's theme is pretty much like, you want to get the heck up out of the country. Yeah, you're ready to go. And you want to make some fast, quick moves to decide where you want to go, whether you want to be a digital nomad for the next year or so until you actually decide where you want to settle down, or if you want to settle down. If you actually want to just do some country shopping, and when I say country shopping, that means like checking out, spending some time in various countries that you might have on your list to see if it might be a good fit. Okay, so then you have that. And for myself, I had already known where I wanted to go to. And so I worked on that plan for a year. This year's summit, Exodus Summit, is about maybe if you're trying to make decisions to make some moves in the next few months, okay, for whatever your reason is. If you want to make some moves in the next few months, to move about, to leave the country, to maybe take your job on the road, that's what this Exodus Summit is about for this year. So we're just going to go down the list and talk about some of the things while here. And also, I'm going to go ahead. Actually, there's a link in the description that I have just for the Exodus Summit. It is an affiliate link. I might get some coin for the referral. Just being honest, I can't retire on it, but yes, it would be nice. But again, I don't have affiliate links for something that I don't believe in. I don't have affiliate links just because. This is a link that's going to get you in because it starts on Friday and the price is going to go up. If you try to go in and get your ticket, or make a reservation for this, or secure your spot after tomorrow evening, after Thursday evening, on Friday, the price is going to go up. So I really don't want you to wait. Okay. But let's go ahead and go into some of these that I found to be very, very interesting. Yes, you have. Oh, okay. So I didn't participate in this, but Sarah Clark talks about go where you, oh, no, yeah, go where you breathe free. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going in here now. Finding a new home outside of the US where we can breathe freely is a life-enhancing experience. Okay, so she talks to you about prioritizing your mental health and your mental well-being, and what that process possibly looks like. So she's going to be a speaker that's going to share and give insight that I can only talk so much about the change in my physical and mental health since I have made some drastic changes to improve my life and to make some drastic changes. But sometimes you need somebody who's more professional, that does that can guide you in a more, I guess, for lack of better words, a more holistic approach. And that is going to be I'm trying to go back here. That is Sarah Clark. And so I'm excited to have her share how to lean into your joy, how to lean into looking for and seeking positive reinforcement within yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. So who else is going to be on here? I'm trying to get through to. So we have health insurance abroad. And that is, oh, okay. So health insurance is Sherilyn Winter, and she talks about the cost of healthcare being one of the biggest concerns when moving abroad. Here's the thing. I'm not going to go down to do the whole synopsis of everybody, but I do want to let you know this. Somebody mentioned to me the other day, it's like, well, I heard that if you have a lot of the U.S. companies don't cover they don't cover a lot of stuff if you get the global coverage with them. But the thing is, outside the United States, it's way less expensive to get medical coverage and to get medical care overall. There's people that literally have said that they have dental coverage, but when they're in the other country, they never use it because they just pay out of pocket because it's so much less expensive. So, and also, if you want to go back into last Wednesday, I interviewed Eve Clark. She was my second live interview, and she is well versed on healthcare and health insurance and coverage outside of the U.S. versus the type of care and what's covered inside the U.S. It's drastically different. So if anybody tells you oh, but the healthcare coverage is too much for me to live outside the U.S., that's another myth that you will be able to understand why it's not true, why it's not true at all, and understand what your real options are. And so, yes, this is somebody else. Hold on, I'm trying to bring my extra screen over. This is somebody else that you want to actually consider, because again, the whole goal part, well, I think one of the biggest goals for this year's summit is to break down the idea or the myths that maybe that you've been sold that says, oh no, I can't because of this, I can't because of that. Another one, I'm just going to go down here to schooling abroad. Oh, one of them, the Joe Franco, is going to be talking about fluent-ish. People are scared because they're like, well, I don't know how to speak that language, so therefore I can't move to another country because I can't speak that language. Not true. Um, it's most of you know I don't speak Spanish at all. And I visited Spain, like this is my fifth time here, now that I live here. And I am making efforts. Don't get me wrong. I'm making efforts, but it's not like I go down or I hit the streets or I go outside and I'm just like blah, 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 and everybody understands me. They know. So just with Joe, you will get a chance to really understand why it is good to learn another language, but that should never hinder you from making the choice to move to another country. Okay. So that's one. She's speaking on the 13th. So that's going to be on Sunday that she's speaking. I'm trying to see the other ones, a couple of the other ones that I found. Oh, this is one, even though unfortunately, it's not my dilemma, but preparing aging parents for your move abroad. There's been so many people that I've talked to over the past couple of years that, and actually that was something that I think before I actually made the decision and before my parents did pass away, that somewhere in my mind I was like, well, you won't really be able to live here because you have to be close to, family here or whatever. But there are options. There are real valid options. And so Celeste Ramsey and Tia Nikki are going to be speaking on that and help you understand what your real options are if you want to move abroad and you have aging parents. Okay. So again, nothing is outside of possibility. You just have to know and understand what your options are and know that there are options. There are options. And getting out of your own way to actually go forward and make some dreams happen, make some dreams come true, things that you thought were impossible. Dare to dream big. Okay. Let's see, what else is that? Out of country shop, medical preparations for moving abroad. Michelle Skullick is doctor or MD that will be talking with us on Monday about what needs to be done, things that you need to consider for medical preparations. Again, I just had a full on nice conversation, informative conversation with Eve Clark this past Wednesday. And also there's a couple that moved to Portugal, and she also had like ongoing serious medical issues. I can't remember their name right now, and I do apologize. We literally just talked about them the other day. They were interviewed on Rashida's channel, I believe. Anyways, the thing is, after hearing like Eve Clark's situation, this lady has, and she was very transparent, so I'm not putting her business out there. She has MS, and then she also has a lung disease. And her husband have been traveling strong, and they are not just settled. They go like some places for 2 or 3 months. And then like she was in France when I was talking to her last week, and now they're getting ready to go to London. And at one point she went to Rwanda for a couple of months. So she had to get the information regarding health insurance, about the options for global insurance or travel insurance, and also have her doctors informed, and then also understanding where to go for medical assistance or doctors and hospitals in the different countries that she's been in. So again, it's not impossible. It is very possible for you to have maybe some challenges that you feel greatly limits you, and realize that no, I can still leave the country. I can still leave. It's okay. And one of the things, I'll let you in on something. One of the things that Eve had said was that she was on, I want to say, and go back and watch I'm going to put the link in the description below, but I want to say that when she left the US some 2 years ago or something like that, she was on 46 prescriptions daily she had to take. And now, just because for several reasons, but one is her stress level has like completely like gone down. She's now on 10 medications a day. Of course, she didn't just stop taking them. It was a guided process, but she went from 46 pills a day to 10. It's possible. It's possible. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge the challenge and figure out what the plan of action needs to be to jump those hurdles and move those challenges out the way, or greatly diminish the challenges that you see in front of you. Make sense? Let's see who else is going to be. Okay, so Rashida Dow. Girl, I've known this woman for like a couple of years now, and I still I think about her other channel, which is Rashida Doe. It's Rashida Dow. Anyway, she's going to be speaking about the different types of residency options, visas that you can get, or citizenship, your legal options to stay abroad. Okay, so this is the reality that, take me for example. Take me for example. When I first spoke it last year, April, I said, "Oh, I would love to move here." But before that, I was like, Spain's never going to let me live here. I don't qualify for this. I don't qualify for that. I don't, I can't do a non-lucrative visa because I still have to earn income right now. I don't have like $100,000 stocked away someplace or whatever it is. So I had already like said, that's not an option. So I was looking at Mexico, actually. I was considering moving to Mexico. And then last year, when I literally just spoke it and, said I would love to live here, and somebody said, you need to get with my attorney. Hey, Carlos, what's up? Yeah. Said, get with my attorney. I said, okay, I will get with your attorney. And he was the one that laid out and showed me that there were some other options for me to apply for a visa in Spain. And then just a few weeks ago, after, submitting the paperwork and following what he told me to do, I was just approved for a 5-year visa here in Spain. So Rashida is, of course, she's not going to be able to tell you like every single type of visa possible, because just in Spain by itself, I want to say that there were 29. No, I'm sorry. That's not right. 19 different types of visas in Spain. And that was just at the top level. Like once you drill down, there might be other subcategories. So Rashida's not going to be able to tell you about every single type of visa, but she's going to give you an idea of what you need to consider based on maybe, like you need to consider like where you might want to go. She might be sharing like maybe some places that might be a little bit easier to get a visa versus another country that, might have some challenges, more hoops. Let's see. She says she dives into the essentials of navigating residency visas, citizenship, and options for living abroad. This is whether you're planning for short-term or long-term move. Okay. So I'm reading her stuff right now. So yeah, she's going to be speaking on that. So again, this is why I completely changed what I was going to be talking about today. Because I said, well, I'm just going to mention Exodus Summit. And I was like, no, you got a whole bunch more to share. So I do. I have a whole bunch more to share. And so, yes, here's like remote working abroad, finding remote work in your field. Libria Jones is going to be speaking on that. Libria Jones is the founder of the Quick Commuting Academy, and she's going to be speaking, and she knows. Let me tell you something about Libria. She knows for what she knows her business, because she was the one last year that had told everybody about, I feel like she was talking to me directly, but she told everybody about ChatGPT a year ago and how to utilize it, different ways to utilize it, and what to look for. So she really has some good insight. She knows what she's talking about. Okay. So I look forward to really seeing, and understanding what new information that she has that's going to help you make some decisions and get to where you need to go to maybe take your job with you or find a job that you can take with you. Everybody wants to work remote now. I mean, yeah, it's 2024. Everybody wants to work remote. I was working remote before COVID. I've been working remote since 2018. So I'm happy to say that whenever the recruiters sometimes contact me and they say, oh no, the remote jobs are going away. And I know that's not true because I was working remote before. But Libria gives great insight about how to possibly go and to get the job. She talks about ways that you can negotiate and maybe going to taking your job on the road and maybe the verbiage that's needed to have your employer consider letting you leave the office and just work remote from anywhere in the world. The information is there. So again, anytime you think that I can't do this because this particular Exodus Summit 2024 is going to give you the tools to make you see the possibility of I can actually move in a few months if I wanted to because I have kids. Well, there's international schools, there's school options, there's so many school options that you have in some countries. English is part of the curriculum, and so your child might be able to come into a school situation because okay, I do know this. I know I'm going all over the place, but y'all know me. This is not new. That in some countries, and I can't think of the countries right now, that their school systems are way better than some of the options that the kids have to go through in the States. But because English is a criteria for the school, like the kids have to learn English. The public schools I've heard are still wonderful. They're really great. But there's also the international school options all over the world that your kids can possibly attend. So there's options. Let me see what else is going on. Some of the stuff, country shopping, dating. Yeah, checking out again how to date a country before you marry it. Anita Turner will be speaking on that. So hi, Anita. So yes, because I didn't realize I was doing some country shopping, but yeah, I did a pet sit in Morocco. Now I wasn't moving to Morocco, although I love Rabat, but in a sense, I was still getting to enjoy what a day-to-day life could look like. Okay. And when I was in Mexico for a couple of months, most of you know that I did spend 2 months in Mexico. I did 3 pet sits in Mexico, and I got to experience life in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico City, and San Miguel. And, I wasn't like there on vacation. I was because I was still working. I was still doing things. I still had to live. I was literally there for 2 months. So I can't afford to be on vacation for 2 months. That's not happening. Okay. But there's a whole, like a list of things to consider when you're country shopping, when you're actually looking at, should I move to Switzerland? And I'm just throwing countries out here. Should I move to Switzerland? Should I move to Jamaica? Should I move to Canada or Italy? Whatever. There's not a little checklist. There's a checklist of things that you should consider if you are thinking about moving to another country, and you want to make sure that it's something that your finances, you will be comfortable financially, emotionally, all kinds of things to consider. So yes, that will be part of that topic, I'm sure. When Anita speaks on, what day is she speaking on? She's speaking on that Sunday. And one more I'm going to see about. Oh, okay. So Adelia Borsade. I said it. Okay. I need to turn this off. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb just for the last few minutes. And it's on Do Not Disturb now. Okay. So she's the money coach. She is the person that can talk to you about finances. Adelia, Picky Girl Travels. So on her, she's like, she's going to do a practical, no nonsense session designed for those dreaming of life overseas. So she wants you, because nobody wants the goal is not for you to go to another country and go broke. I think you're probably doing that here in the US. Okay. Because, again, like rent, I was paying $2,000 a month total with my utilities. Rent was $1,700, all this. And I look at my finances now, which is drastically different. My rent is, and people know I have been pretty transparent, but like My rent is 700 euro. My electricity, well, the highest was like 100 euro. And that was like in the top heat of August. I think the most money that I spend on is I still have my US phone number. So I didn't include that when Rashida was talking to me live a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I still have my US phone number. So that's kind of high right now, but I accept that because overall, I'm not paying $2,000 a month in rent anymore. I don't have a car anymore. I don't have to worry about car insurance. So just from not paying the rent and all the utilities and internet stuff, that's crazy expensive back in the States, and not having a car because I'm in a very walkable city, saving $2,800. That's $2,800 right there. Yeah. So with that, Adelia, Picky Girl Travels, literally, she says, she'll break down the financial realities of international relocation. So you want to know what your finances look like. You don't want to try to move to another country and not have a real sense of what your money is looking like. Okay. So has the real honest discussion and guidance about things that you need to do to get yourself financially ready and your financial literacy and knowledge that's needed for you to actually make the move. And understand, not everybody leaves the country with a pocket full of cash. Okay? They do not. They do not. Okay? So I say all that to say that there's, again, so many options of these guest speakers that will be here to give you insight, to share their knowledge. Stephanie Perry. Stephanie, Stephanie Perry will be talking about house sitting. That's how I found out about house sitting back in 2022, in August 2022. That's when Stephanie Perry. So she will actually be doing a whole session talking about house sitting. Listen to that. Again, I, locating cozy here. Yeah. I gave up my apartment in January 2023 and decided to pet sit full time for a year and a half. That's what I did. That's how I literally stopped paying rent for a year and a half. I was pet sitting full time. Yep. So she will be speaking. She'll be a guest speaker at her own summit. Yes, because she brings all the knowledge about house sitting. She has her house sitting school. She has all the knowledge. So yes, check that out also. So I think that I went on a tangent because I was supposed to be talking about food. And I will be talking about food. I think I'll just do a live later. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff going on, but it was in me. I couldn't hold it in. I just couldn't hold it in. I was like, let's just bring up a little bit about Exodus Summit. It's like, clearly, yeah, I went deep. I went deep in there. Okay. So again, in the description, there is a link to the Exodus Summit. You got 24 hours? Well, just over 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah. You got about a day and a half to go ahead and get your ticket. And you can use the link in the description to go ahead and purchase that ticket so you can be in the know, in the in. And also, I was volunteered to lead some of the salons because at the end, I don't know if they're going to do it both days. I don't know if it's going to be Sunday and Monday, but they have the salons, and basically those are just the breakout rooms. So whatever it is that you hear a speaker and it's touched on something that you want to get more information, there'll be like little, for lack of better words, little Zoom meetings going on at the end so that you can actually talk and get more information from maybe people that have already experienced it, whether they have already moved abroad and they have kids and they can tell you like, oh, I'm in Rwanda with my kids and this is what the schooling options are like here, or I'm in France with my kids, and this is what the schooling option looks like here. So that's what the salons are for the breakout rooms. So you can have maybe a more in-depth conversation with other people that are interested. So you can get more insight. I will be, if I'm not mistaken, I will be helping to lead the salon regarding We Out 2025. I'm not sure. I will be finding out. Or I might actually be leading a salon because I have over 40 pet sits now on Trusted House Sitters. So I might be in that one. I don't know yet. We'll find out. and then you'll just see me when you come in the room like, hello. Yeah. So I hope this was some really great information. I hope that I have encouraged you to go ahead and come on over to the Exodus Summit this weekend. But also, I do have some stuff going on myself, and it's in the link below. And it is my meetups that I'm having over in the next couple of weeks. October 23rd, Wednesday, in Madrid, Spain. We are having a lunch at 1 p.m. in Madrid in the Malasaña area. We're having a lunch for Black women. Yes. And I'm just so excited because some women already live in Madrid. Some women are coming up from different parts. I know there's a couple, like there's a lady coming from Valencia, one coming from Malaga, I think one coming from Sevilla, I'm not sure. But then also there's like about 5 women that are coming from the States that they were like, well, I was planning on coming to Spain. So now I'm going to be in Spain, and yeah, I'm going to meet you guys in Madrid, and we're going to have lunch and cocktails. So if you are interested, and you know that you're going to be in Spain in the next couple of weeks, October 23rd, click the link, sign up, put your phone number in, and you will get a link for the WhatsApp group, okay? Because that is just for the Madrid meetup. Okay, so I'm really, really excited about that. I've been talking to the ladies that are coming and making sure some of them, they're flying solo. It's their first time coming to Spain, first time in Madrid. Some of the women that are actually living here in Spain, they've never been to Madrid before. So I wanted to share as much information as possible to make sure that they are able to get around very comfortably. So if you are interested in coming to Madrid and want to hang out with some awesome Black women and have some great food and have some great drinks, whether you're drinking cocktails or you're drinking mocktails, go to the link, sign up. The other thing is, I am actually right after October 23rd is the Madrid meetup. The Thursday and Friday, October 24th and 25th is the meetup in Zaragoza. You're like, why did you have the meetups back to back? Well, because Zaragoza is an hour and 15 minutes by train to Madrid. That's why. So if they're going to be in Spain and they're going to be in Madrid, then it makes sense that their next stop, even if they're going someplace else, if they're going to Barcelona a few days afterwards, they would have to stop in Zaragoza to see me, right? And during that time, we're going to do a picnic in the park on Thursday. If it's cold, if it's too cold or too windy, because Zaragoza does get a little windy and chilly because it's kind of valley, we're still going to have lunch in the park. There's some really great restaurants, and I've already got that covered. And then on Friday, we're going to have dinner at a really nice restaurant, and it's all included with the reservation. And then we're going to have some guest speakers, like my attorney actually is going to be in Madrid. And so for the people that actually have the reservation for Zaragoza, they're going to actually have access to ask my attorney questions. Again, it could be that they're looking to stay in Spain for, longer than a week. Maybe they want to do like 3 or 4 months. Maybe they want to just vacation here and just come check out Zaragoza sometimes. And maybe they really do want to actually possibly move somewhere in Spain. My attorney will be in person there to answer some questions and give some great insight. Okay. And then we have some other fun people that are, local or expat, that live here in Zaragoza, me included, because clearly I have some knowledge. And then also some people that are from Zaragoza. So yes, I've invited a guest or two that are going to come and share their insight about what it's been like to live in Zaragoza. And also just showing people around, because I love doing that. I absolutely love whenever somebody comes to visit me here in Zaragoza and just showing them around and the beauty and the calmness of this city, this big, small city. It's the 5th largest city in Spain. So anyways, either one, if you want to come to Zaragoza or if you want to come just to the Madrid meetup, or for both, it's the same link. One, you put your email in if you want to come to visit me in Zaragoza for the 2 days, or if you want to do the Madrid meetup, then you put your phone number in so I can send you the link for the WhatsApp group. And I look forward to seeing you. And everybody asked me, they're like, would you be doing more meetups in next year in 2025? Yeah, I don't know what that's going to look like, but right now I'm just trying to get through the next couple of weeks. Because after everything is done, then I'm hoping to pop over to Lisbon and hang out there for a few weeks in December or in um, no, December or November. We'll see. Okay. Well, this took a turn, but I'm okay with that. And I am really, really, really tickled. So before I go, since I didn't ask it up front, what are you doing to locate your cozy? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Yep, it's not alive today. So yeah, you can't tell me, but actually you can, because you can just actually just put it in the comments. What are you doing to locate your cozy? What are you doing to find joy in your life? Maybe it is you're locating your cozy by getting you an Exodus Summit ticket. Yeah, reserving your spot so you can get all the knowledge. It could be that you, like somebody said last week, like, I just like to go for walks, walking without a purpose, just walking to just appreciate, sitting down and maybe having some meditation, and not letting, the people that are stressing you out or the environment that's stressing you out get to you. Learning to say no. I had to do that. Saying no, like, no, I'm not going to do that. And it's okay. And being at peace with it. That's locating your cozy. Okay, so with that, I am about to go get back into these festivals, these events here in Zaragoza, and I have to go meet a wonderful person that is here visiting Zaragoza. So yes, we're going to go hang out and have some fun. And thank you so much for checking out my vlog. And make sure there's playlist for things about Spain. There's playlist for information about pet sitting. And I think there's another playlist. I don't remember stuff. There's playlist in there. Go to my playlist. Check it out. Okay. So you guys take care. And I will see you pretty soon. Pretty soon? Very soon. I'm trying to see here. Yes. Y'all take care. Bye.